Good morning. I am going to do a flip of my Commit30 for you guys. I shared this in my stories yesterday and had a lot of messages about it. I do have to say I have not really touched my daily other than opening it to see what I've had scheduled so I can put it in my Commit30. So my Sterling Ink daily I have not really touched at all, which is totally fine. But I do have it in my Planner Perfect cover. Now, my Planner Perfect monthly book, that's where I've been doing any scripting I have, and then I have journaling in here as well. It's actually back here in these pages. So I've been using that, and I actually took it out of my book to do that. I also did a devotional in here and like scripture writing. So I've been liking that. I don't really use the weekly pages in here. Let me show you. I think they're like blank. Yeah. Okay, I was going to start using that for scripture writing, but then I decided not to. But yeah, they're blank. And I don't use the monthly. I've paper clipped that together. And this is from Nettle and Fig. It is from her Patreon. I just, it's a big sticker and I just stuck it in there. That was cute. And it kind of matched the cover, the red and the oranges. So anyways, that's a little update there. This kind of came out of nowhere, okay? So I was talking to a couple of my friends, and shout out to Tara from on Instagram at Homeschool with Me. She's one of my good friends, and she was, I don't know what she was doing with her Commit30, but she was talking about these in the back here. Let me take this off of here because that's private. And I was like, wait a second, that's in the Commit30? And she's like, yeah, it's in the back. And it's the whole like 2026 calendar, okay? I was like, okay, I gotta look this up. I gotta check this out. Because what really drew me to the Just Scribbles, because I bought Just Scribbles, was the little like calendars at the front. I don't know why, they just looked very enticing. And so that was like the whole reason why I bought that planner. So I have that, but I'm not gonna use it. And it's just gonna sit in my de-stash pile until I de-stash it. So there's that. Anyways, so I had gotten this a while back, and I flipped it open. I was like, oh my goodness, would you look at that? So anyways, I haven't really touched it except for putting an appointment for next year on it. And then I was just kind of playing around. So let me just show you the front. I have this ollie clip that is holding this little like personal size. It was off of the like one of the Day Designer planners, and I always meant to put it in my personal Planner Perfect, but never did. And it just stays right in here. I don't know why I have it in here. Honestly, I meant to put it in there and it just has stayed right there, but it's going to stay right there until I figure out something to do with it. How did I have this in here before? I don't really know. Anyways, so it's just going to stay there. And then this is a Planner Perfect notepad. And I have just been writing random lists on here. Like I'll flip it open to the next clean one and just start writing random stuff because the Commit30 does not have daily pages. So yeah, excuse me. And it really has just been working like sitting in there. So I have that right there. And then I added these 2 vellums. These are from Cocoa Daisy. I love this one. It's from the Willows collection. I don't know. It's just so cute. I love willow trees. And then a picture of my husband, me, and my son. And then I put, this year I will be more present, focus on family, and pay off debt. Like those are my big kind of 3 things I want to focus on. And then here I just put a Planner Perfect tip in. This is from the month of August. I really love that. And I just thought it looked pretty in here. And then my niece wrote my name. So I thought that was cute. And I have to tell you guys, like, this is just totally, this planner has caught me off guard, okay? Because I am not a weekly planner person, okay? So just keep that in mind. So then in here in my vision, I just like kind of wanted to put down things I kind of wanted to work on and knew I wanted to kind of focus on there. This is my monthly goals overview. Excuse me again. It is 6:07 here and I've been up since 4:30. So just a heads up there. So all of these pages, I haven't worked on that. All of these pages here are not used. I don't think. Like I may have maybe written in them, maybe not. No, I haven't. So these are blank. So what I started either yesterday or the day before, I put like a little junk in here. So this is from a sticker. Let me show you guys. It's from these stickers. So I got these stickers from Wonder Fair, and it's just like this piece, and I just put it right here. It's from this pack. So that's all that is. And then I really like these quotes. And honestly, I know a lot of people don't like the coloring in this planner, like the black and the brown or the tan or whatever color you want to call it, but I really like it. I don't know, I just really like it. And then I did now this is actually tipped in, it's taped in. That's from Cocoa Daisy, and then their little thing here. Well, I don't even know what this is called. It's this thing. But I cut it down to size, and then I rounded the edges, and I just stuck it right here. And I liked how it looks, so I skipped there. This is just a little picture of my son and my niece. They took those little cuties. And then here is my monthly, kind of what it has looked like for what month are we on? July. And I just have my monthly stuff in there. This washi tape is from Planner Perfect, the stickers from Planner Perfect, and these are just off of a pill bottle. I started a new medication, and yeah, I just put those in there. I don't know. Take in the morning. So anyways, and the thing about this is your monthlies are separated throughout the book. They're not all at the front, which I know is another thing for people, like they don't like that. But I personally kind of like them separated throughout the month. So I was first in this on Wednesday, the 16th, is whenever Tara, I think, had talked about it. And I pulled it out, and I just did whatever and just used it, whatever. And it actually has like worked pretty well for me. It's very random. There's no like flow here. I put a banana sticker here. I mean, you can see it's not there's nothing here. I just kind of put random reminders and appointments and such, and then I was putting the weather there for a little bit. Actually, I put the weather in both weeks, but it really is just random stuff. That's just it. That's why I'm so confused as to why this is working so well. There's a little bit more structure here, as you can see. I have our meals down here, and then my husband's schedule here. And then something I need to do is a new book series. So I need to find a new cozy mystery series. I started putting the weather up here. I might end up moving my husband's schedule up here. I don't really know. I did put birthdays, I think, up at the top. Yeah, my sister's birthday, my aunt's birthday. And then just like random reminders. And I need to highlight this. That's gray. And yeah, that's kind of how it's been. I have already had like this color coding system where my son has a color, my husband has a color, and I have a color. And then if we're all doing something, like my niece's game, it's brown. So I'm like this purpley grayish color. And then my son is the lighter. And I even had it like all labeled. My son is this blue, and then my husband is the other blue. And then we are like, everybody is brown. And then Payday is green, which I actually did not put Payday in on the weekly section here. And I want to do that. My husband has started a new job, and it's a great job. It's actually amazing, but he gets paid weekly. And so I have to remind myself when I get paid, because I can forget, which I know it's like, how do you forget when you get paid? But yeah, this little flag here is from this little thing. And I think I got this from Wonder Fair as well. I might have gotten it from Paper Source, but I'm pretty sure I got it from Wonder Fair. I can't really remember. But it's just from that little set. And I just put some stuff in here. I did decorate just a smidge. I actually used these stickers, which I haven't used like little stickers like that for a while, so that was fun. Don't really know what I'm going to do here. I've already kind of wanted to set up for next month, so I did that. And this is from Nettle and Fig. These two stickers, she sends you like a whole sheet in her Patreon. Let me just show you guys really quick. These are circular stickers, okay? And they're like a textured, you can't really see, a textured sticker sheet. And then these are just a full sheet. And then, so they're not like cut out or anything. And you can like cut out the images, or you can just like put the whole thing down, which is what I did here. I put the whole sticker down here. But this is how our sheets come from Patreon. And yeah, which I did cancel my Patreon with her, but I feel like I might resubscribe, because I do really love her art and her little characters. So yeah. But this is also from this little sticky pad thing. This kind of reminds me of whenever I was a kid and we had those little makeup things. I just love it. I don't know, it's so stinking cute. But anyways, so this is from that, and it's just a reminder for my son's school. I do need to highlight this. But yeah, this is how it's been going. Now, my only thing with this is that these monthly boxes are a little small. Like, I do wish that they were just a smidge bigger, and then it could come, down further. But that's really my only issue right now with this planner. But I mean, my items are fitting in fine. And to be completely honest, I'm sure it is like the same size as, well, I do feel like that these are a little bit bigger, but yeah. The paper quality, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, there's not really any tooth to it. I was using my uni pen, which it's not heavy, but it has some weight to it, and it just flows really easily and smoothly. But then I switched over to my Rytec dual grip because I love this pen, and I kind of forget about it every now and then. And I pull it back out. I'm like, why am I not using this? But the dual grip, this side is hard, or like a harder grippy. It's still like, you know, still that rubbery feel. And then this side is more squishy, if you want to say. So I'm one where I'll like push on my finger or push on my thumb a lot. So whenever I'm writing a specific way and I'm like writing a lot and I'm pushing, this really helps kind of, you know, with how hard I'm pushing and squeezing my pen. So that's the pen I pulled out this morning because I forgot about it. But before I was using the uni ball pen. So yeah. And then in the back here, I always, in like all of my planners, I usually am doing a pen test in the very back pages. So the majority of planners have these notes pages in the back, so that's really where I turn to, and I just do all kinds of pen tests and everything. All the pens really did well. The click art marker, that bled through, and then these right here I got from, they are join dots from Midori, and I love these colors. These are the colors right there. I don't know if you guys can see right here, these colors with the dot and then the line. They bleed through, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I have not found a paper that these do not bleed through on whenever you're using the dot part. Now, the actual line is fine. Like you can kind of see at the very end there. You can see it better on the camera than you can in person. It kind of bled, but I really, really love these colors, and I wish that they did not bleed through because I absolutely love these, and I think they're fun. But I got these from Jet Pens, and I just love them so much. So I might try to do some highlighting in here with them. I don't really know. They've just kind of been on my desk until I can find, or I start using a planner or something that they do not bleed through in. But for now, I absolutely love my Rytec highlighters. My go-to of, you know, all time is always Rytec. I love Rytec so much. But anyways, I just really like these colors. And they all kind of look like a little smoky too, which is kind of cool. Okay. Another thing about this planner I love, I did add this little thing, elastic pen thing here, because it doesn't have a pen loop, which is totally fine, not a big deal. So I added that in here, and I can just keep my pen in it. I actually go up. Well, I was going up. Well, maybe it'll go down. What was I doing? I wasn't using this pen. That's what the problem was. I knew this was gonna stick. I can just clip it. Maybe. So anyways, this elastic gets stuck on this rubber piece, and I knew that was gonna happen, so that's fine. As long as it can clip in there, I'm totally fine with that. But I love that there's this pocket in the back, and I have a notepad back here, and I have just different random notes and some mail that is kind of personal. I actually need to keep that out. I need to keep that out. And then right here I have, this is from the Sticky Club. I actually need to put it in my drawer, but this is this month's Sticky Club. I had kept back here just to, because I knew I would take my planner upstairs with me. So I'm gonna put this in my drawer. But I love how I can just like throw stuff in here and seal it up, and it's good to go. That's gonna bother me though. I need to figure out a different pen loop or thing for my pen. I don't really know. I was using the ollie clip. That's why the ollie clip is on here. But I'm always very nervous that the ollie clip is gonna slide off. Like, does anybody else feel that way? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I throw this planner in my bag. I have thrown it everywhere. But I think what makes this really work for me is the fact that I have that notepad in the front that I can just write random lists on and tear off and throw away. And then in the weekly view, I can have just random reminders that I know, or like a task list or to-dos that I just need to jot down here. I can also write random stuff throughout the rest of the week that I don't want to forget, and then I can script it into my pages in my Planner Perfect. Now, I do have to say, my Planner Perfect, this will probably stay by my bed. This or my dot grid journal will stay by my bed so that at night I can journal and script out my day, and then this will stay wherever my devotional is. One of them will stay wherever my devotional is. So I think that I will probably keep it in my Eleanor, which I've been loving. I love this Eleanor, or this leather. It's called Eleanor. And I did have my daily sterling ink in here, but like I said, I haven't really touched that. So yeah, the only other thing that I'm thinking will not work about this planner is that I don't have a place which I can make a place in the back because it has notes, for keeping track of my reading or like my audiobooks. But like I said, I can put it back here. And like my random lists I have in the back of my daily and in my Planner Perfects. Though if I do anything back here, though, there's just a handful of pages back here. So I would probably be nervous that I would run out of pages. Yeah. So anyways, this is my Commit30. I did order one for next year. I got the yellow just because she was having the pre-sale now, and I was like, you know what? I'm allowing myself to go ahead and get it, and I am going to make a list of the 2026 planners that I will purchase just because I know they've worked for me. And yeah, but you guys, the fact that this is a weekly planner and I am not a weekly planner person is kind of crazy. Like, I'm kind of shocked because I do not use weekly planners. Like, I look at the weekly and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And this just kind of like worked. So that's what's been going on there. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them or find an answer or just chat about the planner. Yeah, I love this cover too. I love the purple and I love the birds. It's just really pretty. So if you guys want to chat, I'll chat. I'll talk to you later. Bye.